a thrift haul again. Let's do a thrift haul again. Well, first let's move my chair because I feel like I'm slipping away from you guys. Okay. And there we go. And let's maybe get you guys. Oh, there we go. Move. Come on, come back. There we go. Ah! Okay. Hi guys, Hunter Robber here, and today, as you may have guessed, I'm doing another thrift haul because apparently the thrifting bug bit me and my mom again, and we decided to go to Goodwill and see what they got. And it was a pretty good haul. I mean, it's not like the best thrift haul that I've ever had, but I did find some great things. But I finally put down my foot and told myself, you're not going to get any more VHS, because my sister has been telling me not to buy VHSs anymore, so I'm not going to buy any. So I didn't buy any VHSs this time, mainly because I still haven't watched the ones that I bought last time, which is kind of bad. So let's get on with things. But first of all, receipts, so I can tell you guys how much I paid for everything. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in the order that they're in the bag. And one of the things that I knew I couldn't leave the store without was this. Nancy Drew, Stay Tuned for Danger. This I bought purely for nostalgic purposes. For those of you who don't know, I am a huge fan of the Nancy Drew her interactive games. Me and my sisters have been playing them probably since I was probably for as long as I want to say that I got into her interactive Nancy Drew games probably a couple of years before I started making YouTube making videos. So I want to say that I probably first got into her interactive games when I was like 4 or 5, I want to say, because I know I started making videos on my own just for funsies when I was 6. So yeah, and they actually had 2 Nancy Drew games there. They had 3. They had Treasure in the Royal Tower, which I already owned, so I knew I didn't want to buy that one because that would be silly. And they had Treasure in the Royal Tower, which it was a tie between this one and Treasure in the Royal Tower of which one I was going to buy, just based on the rules that I had set for myself spending wise this time. And it just, when it came down to it, I have more memories of us playing this game than when we played Treasure in the Royal Tower. The only real memory I have of when we played Treasure in the Royal Tower is when we were installing not Treasure in the Royal Tower. The only real memories I have of Message in a Haunted Mansion, which was the other one that was tied between this one and that one of which one I was going to get. The only memory I have of that is when we were installing it, we saw fire. You know how when you're installing a game you see the different files and the names of the files? We saw the file name for fire, so we were like, something's gonna catch fire. So we actually got a huge spoiler for one of the major plot points in the game just because we were installing the game. So how crazy is that? But with Stay Tuned for Danger is actually the most infamous game that me and my 2 sisters played, because we got it out of the library, and it's kind of funny because the thing that I remember the most about Stay Tuned for Danger is how many technical difficulties we had with this. And I know it's gonna sound really crazy that I bought a game because I remember us having a lot of technical difficulties with it, but I just have so many memories of us being like almost to the end of the game or almost past the point that we got stuck the other time just for the game to like crash. And it was really aggravating, and we got it out again and out of the library so many different times that it just had so many memories with that game. And also I absolutely love watching the Stay Tuned for Danger walkthroughs on YouTube, because just like I like making walkthroughs, I love also watching them, because I feel like the Nancy Drew games are improved so much when you get other people's input on them. Like, if you just watch people play the games and you don't like get like voiceover, I feel like it's not as fun as if you got voiceover and people bouncing ideas off one another. So that's why I like watching Nancy Drew walkthroughs, and that's how come I bought this. So I'm not 100% sure if it'll work on my computer, but I just have so many memories of this game giving us so much crap and just being so aggravated with it. I had to get it because memories and nostalgia. And if it does in fact work, that'll be awesome because we'll get to play through it again. And it was only $3, so if it doesn't work, it's not a huge loss. I mean, I can still just like use it like decorations or just look at it for nostalgia's sake. Also, does anyone else remember when the Her Interactive games actually came in a jewel case like this? Because I feel like they didn't do that for very long. I feel like maybe they did it for up to like game number 10, and then they started doing a different kind of style of jewel cases. Because, like I said, we got ours at the library, so like they were in that like, you know, rounded, plasticky like case. So we never saw these jewel cases until we bought our first game. And I think the first game that we bought was, the first game that we like owned was the Haunted Carousel and Danger on Deception Island. We got them in a combo pack, and that's why those two are some of my favorite games to this stage, because they were the first ones that we had physical copies of and that we actually got to play at our own pace and didn't have to worry about taking it back to the library. So yeah, and beyond that point, we usually, when we played a game, we just got it for either Christmas or a birthday or something, with the exception of Secret of the Old Clock. And I feel like maybe a couple of games after Secret of the Old Clock we got out of the library, and then we owned them later on. But most of the games that we played after Haunted Carousel we owned. Like, we didn't get it out of the library. But all the games leading up to those we got out of the library. And with the exception of Secrets Can Kill we never actually played until the remastered version came out. So that's pretty crazy. And I better shut up about this, otherwise this haul is going to be like 10 minutes long. So that's why I bought it. Nostalgia just poured in, and I needed to buy it for nostalgia's sake. And if it works, that'll be cool too. And also, it's my favorite color. Okay, another game that I kind of bought for similar reasons as the Nancy Drew Stay Tuned for Danger is this game, Hardy Boys and the Hidden Thief. I've always heard about there being Hardy Boys games for the PC, but I never really bought them or looked into getting them before. But when I saw this and it said special guest star Nancy Drew, I was like, well, we haven't played a Nancy Drew game in a while, because I saw this before I saw Stay Tuned for Danger. I was like, well, we haven't played a Nancy Drew game in a while, maybe we could find the time to play this. And yeah. And it comes with the official strategy guide. And it's 2 discs, so I don't know if he charged me for 2 discs. No, they just charged me for 1. Thank you. Okay. is made by the same people that did the Agatha Christie computer game. Which I haven't played that, but I saw a review for the Wii port of it. So that's pretty cool. Okay, and this is not made by Her Interactive, but one interesting thing that I noticed is they're kind of parodying or stealing or whatever you want to call it. They kind of borrow the style for the cover that Her Interactive does with the Nancy Drew games. Like that font is very similar to the newer Nancy Drew games font, like how they write out Nancy Drew. And the Hardy Boys are in a silhouette. Come on! Nancy is like always in shadows or silhouette, or we just see the back of her. I'm pretty sure we're never gonna actually see Nancy in real life, even though the fans are like begging for it. I'm sure they're not gonna ever do that. And of course we have like the mysterious person in the darkness, and it invokes like creepy atmosphere and stuff. So I thought that would be really cool. I believe I started watching a Let's Play for Hardy Boy games by Argofunk a couple of times, but I never really got into them because, you know, I didn't grow up with the Hardy Boy games like I did with the Nancy Drew games. So yeah, and that was also $3. So that was pretty cool. And again, even if I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but if not, then I can just resell it and make money off of it. Anywho, moving on to the next item, which I was so excited when I saw it. It's a DVD copy of Enchanted. But not just a DVD copy, it also has a bonus disc. And you know how much I love 2-disc DVD sets of Disney movies, mainly because they have all of the bonus features. Well, at least they did have all of the bonus features until they came out with Blu-rays, because Blu-rays are like the legit have all the bonus features. Or at least from what I'm told. I don't own any Blu-rays, because I don't have a Blu-ray player, as it stands now. But yeah, so I can't wait to watch this, because I've heard so much cool things about it, and I'm a Disney nerd, and this was only $2. It's a funny story. When I actually went to check out, the guy at the register, he was like, "Did you look at these? Like, did you check to make sure the discs were in there?" And I was just like, "Yeah." And in the back of, and thinking about it now, I was just like, you know, looking at the discs doesn't actually help you sometimes. Because I have played games where the disc looked like someone took a Tesla coil to it and it played perfectly. And I've played games where the disc looked brand new and they had all kinds of problems. So don't judge your discs by how they look. That's all I'm saying. Whether it's console games, DVDs, or Blu-rays. Well, Blu-rays are supposedly non-scratchable, which I'll believe it when I, try out some Blu-rays and actually experiment and see if that is the case. But yeah, so don't judge your discs just on how good or crappy they look. Because sometimes even the most scratched discs play perfectly. Okay, which is good news for my child, because our discs probably weren't handled the best by childhood me. Okay, moving on to, I didn't want to buy any clothes because I already have way too many clothes, but I decided I would let myself buy 3 things of clothing. So, here we go. And they're all like statement-y pieces, so it's okay. Okay, we have this cute little tower. I cannot talk lately. Lately, it's just like my brain knows what I want to say, but my mouth is doing its own thing. Okay, we have this cute little crop top, and it's got like green iridescent qualities, and it's got a zipper, and it's lace, and it's really pretty. And obviously, I'm going to use it for layering and not going to wear it by itself. I was thinking maybe I could wear it with like some high-waisted jeans and maybe my leather jacket when it comes in. And I'm going to try to do an opening video of that because I ordered it yesterday, so I'm going to try to do a opening video when it comes in, depending on when it comes in. So I will see you guys. So I will hopefully be able to do that for you guys. Also, can I just say, H&M, the information that you have to give to H&M, it's such a racket. Like, I got so confused trying to fill out the information so that they could send the jacket to me a couple of times. Like, it was such a racket. Anywho, or maybe I'm just being a complainer, I don't know. Anyway, so another thing that I saw was this, and I'm guessing this is a kid size because it's extra large and it looks like it'll fit me like pretty good. So I'm guessing this is an extra large kids or an extra large little boys. But either way, it's a FNAF shirt, and I'm guessing this got sent to Goodwill because supposedly FNAF is over. Like, Scott Cawthon supposedly said that the last game that was released is going to be the last game, and that the last book that was released was the last book. Which is interesting because I feel like I remember hearing something like The Fourth Closet wasn't the last book. Like, I remember hearing something about like there was going to be another book after The Fourth Closet. Of course, that could just be my imagination. So what I'm wondering, is the FNAF movie still going to be a thing? Because everyone seems to be acting like FNAF is ending. It's time to pack up your FNAF fan bags and go to another fandom. And I'm just here sitting like, is the FNAF movie still going to be a thing? Like, I feel like, there are still a lot of people that enjoy FNAF, even though the last game came out. Like, of course, people are still trying to wrap up, like, with their final theories and their final, like, walkthroughs and stuff. But I feel like there are still people, like, playing FNAF, even though, you know, it's, like, several years later since the first release. Because I have definitely been playing it since the last few, games, since the last game has been released in the last book. I still haven't finished listening to a dramatic reading of, The Fourth Closet. Mostly because the YouTuber who's doing the dramatic reading, I think her name is I Am My Shadow or something Shadow. I forget the actual YouTube name. But she hasn't finished her dramatic reading for it yet. So whenever she finishes it, that's when I will listen to the rest of it. But yeah, so that's Five Nights at Freddy's t-shirt. Oh, I didn't say how much this was. This little crop top, it was $3. This was $3. And this was $1.95. And it's got Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, the original FNAF 1 players, and it says Party Animal. And yeah, it's really soft, and I probably shouldn't be rubbing it against my face because I haven't washed it yet, because I wanted to do this haul before I set everything where it needs to go. Okay, last item. I had to get this because it was just so cute and I love it. We are together, we are better than unicorns and sprinkles and rainbows. Isn't that just adorable? Oh, I just realized that I didn't try any of these on at the place. Which I always like to do that because I don't want to leave the store with something that doesn't fit. Oh well. I guess I'll just have to try them on after I wash them. But it's really soft, it's really cute, kind of thin, so I might have to wear a tank top with it, but it's really cute, I like it. And I paid $1.95 for that. So altogether I spent like $22. So I hope you guys enjoyed this thrift haul. Sorry that I've been doing so many different hauls so closely together, but I've just been doing a lot of fun shopping and I wanted to share it with you guys. and I will see you guys next time.